got the salary? I said, no sir, I have not got it. Then my manager called me, Chandru. Then one attender came. सबको salary नहीं दिया? नहीं sir, शाम में withdraw कर रहा हूँ, दे रहा हूँ. I got jinxed about it. Saying that what is happening? Saying that my salary is going down. Chandru is nothing but the one who supplies coffee to us. Technically, my Chandru became my employer. After doing post graduation, 5.5 years of experience, I had to report to Chandru. इधर ज़्यादा शाना मत बनो. सब idiot लोग जो बोलते थे आपसे मिलते वाइफ जाने पर तो कोई नहीं मिलेगा.
जय हिंद दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका एक बार फिर से द एक्सपीरियंस मैटर्स के नए एपिसोड में. आज हमारे साथ एक बहुत ही स्पेशल गेस्ट हैं जिनको तकरीबन 3 डिकेड्स का एक्सपीरियंस है फैसिलिटीज़ और प्रॉपर्टी मैनेजमेंट में. आज हमारे साथ हैं कोणाकंची रामकृष्णा विवेकानंदा सर, ऑल्सो नोन एज आर.के. शर्मा. तो आर.के. सर, स्वागत है आपका द एक्सपीरियंस मैटर्स में. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद अपना समय देने के लिए. आपसे जानेंगे आपके बारे में, आपकी लाइफ के बारे में और आपका कैसा अनुभव रहा, कैसा एक्सपीरियंसेस रहे, जो आपने 30 साल की जर्नी जो की है अलग अलग ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में. तो उससे पहले सर रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि एक छोटा सा आपका एक बैकग्राउंड आप दीजिए, कहाँ से हेल करते हैं और क्या किया है अभी तक. फिर
Thank you, Ravi. It's pleasure coming over to this podcast of Experience Matter. The name is very catchy, and with the name, people will be able to understand what you're going to podcast. And I'm fortunate to be part of this. I think I'm lucky to get into. I've never done podcasts earlier. I've seen some of your podcasts, but I never knew that I will be one amongst them to be part of the podcast. I'm very happy, and I wish you all the best. That you may please cover as many people as you can. And give them a platform. Celebrities को ऐसे ही देते वो लोग, but non-celebrities.
आप भी celebrities हैं ना हमारे लिए.
Okay, giving them a platform to say what they want to say and what they want to share. It's very unique and very nice thing to do about it. About me, basically from Andhra, a big family of 5 brothers and 2 sisters, and father is a retired teacher and then normal family, lower middle class family. So started my journey. I've done my sciences and tried to do engineering but didn't work, of course, because of the financial things. And then I did my MBA, and then those days in the era of 96 etc., the moment you come to the city, the first thing that you know is that you get a sales job. So I got into the sales job of door-to-door marketing, where we will be asked to go to each door and knock the door and say, yeah, I am so and so. You have a tie in your neck hanging around. At 6 in the morning, the manager will call you and give you a small cup of coffee and say, go now. So we do early morning about 1 hour calls where you go and knock the door, and the households will snap the door in your face, saying that irritating people coming at 7 in the morning. That's the experience that you have. And then later you go to office again, do office to office marketing. So when you come from a situation like that, after that, anything that happens worst will not matter to you, because whatever you have never thought of seeing is already seen.
Right.
And then I went into logistics marketing, and then from there, because I'm into logistics, basically you have this parcel service and all, courier service. Those is called express cargo. So I used to route the parcels.
Okay.
Which means which parcel to be delivered first, which to be the last. It so happened that I encountered a company which is a startup, and they said that we would like to do a people transportation, which is new to those days in 2002.
Okay.
Then I said, how do you manage this? This is the first question asked to me. I said, I route the parcels here. I route the people there. Address remains the same.
Yeah.
Like you pick up the farthest parcel first. Here I will pick up the farthest person. What's the risk you see? Then the person who was interviewing me happens to be a major in an army. I was, because I have nothing to lose. Anyways, I'm doing a sales job.
Right.
If I get it, I get it. If I don't get it, that's fine with me.
Okay.
So I said, is there a risk you see? I said, lot of risk. What risk you see? I said, parcels don't speak, but human beings speak. So they may escalate.
Right.
That's a risk that I carry. So I should be more careful. I should train the driver and etc. etc. So that's how I got into this IT companies, logistics and transportation and facility management.
Okay.
And then after that, you do facilities. What remained common? I mean, when I worked with a company where I was the 5th employee to start the company in India way back in 2003. Okay, I used to stand outside and manage operations behind that glass building. So I used to think, when will I go inside? Okay, is there a day that I will also go inside?
Right.
Because a logistic provider is never allowed inside. You are either in the basement or outside the office.
Correct.
So, but it so happened that maybe God would have heard these things, and then there is to be a captain. I need to thank him. Whatever I am today is the seed put in by him, Captain Mohan Reddy.
Okay.
He spotted me, and I was a logistic provider, and he said, I still remember he saying that, come and sit in my seat and work.
Okay.
Where I was supposed to be outside. I'm not allowed. I'm not even a contractor to the company. I'm an agent outsider.
Right.
But he said, no, you sit here. And he told the rest of the people that this boy will manage on behalf of me. It's a big booster to me.
Right.
Then he went somewhere. Then he said, you come over. Then it happened, and I was part of a biggest technology company where I was the 5th person to be recruited, though as a contractor. Then we built up companies, then you build facilities, then you do projects, then you do real estate. So as we speak today, I think I've done whatever is supposed to be done in the space of real estate and facilities, and I'm here. It took almost 30 years to come here.
Very nice, very nice. तो सर आपने एक किस्सा सुनाया था अपनी आपकी ज्वाइनिंग का, जहाँ पे आपका एम्प्लॉयर कोई और था और आपका सैलरी देने वाला कोई और था, वो एक बार आप बताएंगे तो.
So I worked for a logistic company for 5.5 years.
Okay.
Now those days between 1997 and 2002, I worked for this company for 5.5 years, and the increments used to be 50 rupees per annum.
Acha.
Yeah, 100 rupees used to be per annum increments.
Oh.
And we used to get our MD who used to come from Hyderabad. When he visits, only that month we get 1,000 rupees. Once a year he comes, he does whatever the strategization. We are not part of it anyways. But हमारा खुशी इतना ही था कि वो आ रहा है तो 1,000 rupees मिलेगा. So we used to remember his name because of that.
Okay.
And then since it was not growing, not growth happening, then I thought, am I able to grow? Am I right fit? So those questions started coming in.
No, you start self-doubting.
Yeah. Then I said, what will I do going back? I'm from a village. What will I go? In my village, I will not get a job also. So I said, somehow we have to manage here. If you go back, उधर जाके अगर खेती कर सकते हैं तो कर सकते हैं. Otherwise, nothing. So then one of my friend and joined a logistics startup. And then I also followed. Then I went, and then I didn't, those days we never used to say, give me offer letter, I sign it and accept it. All that, nothing of that kind. I said, yeah, you are selected, you come. I said, I am going. I've resigned here and went up there.
Okay.
So then first month salary, he said, have you got the salary? I said, no sir, I have not got it. Then my manager called me, Chandru. Then one attender came. सबको salary नहीं दिया. नहीं sir, शाम में withdraw कर रहा हूँ, दे रहा हूँ. I got jinxed about it. Saying that what is happening? Saying that my salary is going. Chandru is nothing but the one who supplies coffee to us. I generally saw HR person being called and asked why his salary is not come, but we got a Chandru coming and saying that sir, evening मैं cash with बैंक जाके withdraw करके मैं कल सुबह तक दे दूँगा. I got jinxed. Once Chandru went up, I asked my business manager boss what's happening. He said, no, your head count is not approved. So what we are doing is people like you, about 5, 7, 10 people, we are transferring cash to him. Okay, and he withdraws and gives it to you. Actually, he's not a company though, but we give him 5% more because otherwise he works here only as attendant. So technically, my Chandru became my employer. After doing post graduation, 5.5 years of experience, I had to report to Chandru. So I keep saying that if I can report to Chandru, I can report to anybody. So this is how the journey started, and I stayed there for almost 14 months. Then one of the MNCs called me and then said, this interview of whatever the parcel I said, how you wrote it. I told them, and then I said, yeah, you come on board. And then I still remember where they gave me the offer letter. It used to be in Cunningham Road, and then I walked into that. And then those days, there is a person by name Babji sir. We can't call him by name because it is integrated in our blood. We can't call them by names.
Correct.
So he happens to be the highest authority to recruit after major interview. So then I went and asked him. He asked me questions, and I said okay. Then he said, keep Anantapur flag flying high, because he happens to be the same city that I come from. I said okay sir. That much only English I was aware that time. I said okay. Then he asked somebody to release the offer and all that. Then looked at the offer letter. I still remember the HR person gave the offer letter. मेरा पैर के नीचे जमीन निकल गया.
क्यों?
Because
इतना जीरो नहीं.
I never expected. If I'm getting let's say 1,000 rupees, I've been given 2,500. So which is I never expected. He said, hope you are happy with the offer. I said, if you allow me to go from here, you will have to accept it. I said, tell me where you want me to sign. So that's how the turning point happened, and I went back to those days. I used to stay in the room, and I went back to my friends and showing it to him. They said it is equal to a software engineer job. A lot of people are trying software that time. I said, I don't want to try. Whatever I studied, I've come this far. Right. If this is successful, okay. Otherwise, bistar band karke, we'll go back, either do a teacher job or a kheti karenge. Yeah, this was the final line I had.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. अच्छा सर, थोड़ा सा आगे बढ़ते हैं आपकी जर्नी में. फैसिलिटी मैनेजमेंट में आए क्योंकि आप फैसिलिटी का बैकग्राउंड नहीं था, है ना. आप सेल्स से शुरू करके फिर आप लॉजिस्टिक मैनेज किया. क्या चैलेंजेस आपको लगते हैं कि जब कोई बंदा फैसिलिटीज में आता है, क्या चैलेंजेस उसमें रहते हैं सबसे पहले?
See, one thing is common in any profession that you do is that, which is what I have done, that's sales and marketing is what my background in my post graduation is, that you have to understand the opposite person's needs and you have to convey. These two remains common. Whether you are a HR, you are a marketing, or you are a security head, or you are a builder, or you are a software, you have always a customer. It is just that some people have a customer sitting outside your premises, which sales and marketing people go there, compete with 10 people and come back. We have internal customers.
Correct.
Okay. So in life, it remained that, okay, either an internal customer or an external customer. This is for sure. In life, without these two, you will not have any job at all.
Right.
Second is that everything cannot be taught. Everything cannot be taught in the books. So what you do is, you observe, apply a common sense. No? For example, when we started the facility management, what is that you need? It's just that you need premises to be cleaned.
Absolutely.
And who will teach you? All these boys who are around you, the housekeeping staff, your facility executives, will teach you everything that cannot be taught in the school. Yeah. You just don't have to sit in the classroom and learn. But they will give you a brief through which you can apply a logic and say what is expected. All that you need to do is that channelize it in a way that it needs the end result. Yeah, it will be in bits and pieces.
Correct.
You have to bring all that together.
It is stitched together.
Together and make sure that, okay, and importantly, they follow in our kind of profession, especially facilities, is that you cannot do haphazard. Today one I'll do, tomorrow I'll change it. Too many changes will spoil it. So what is required is that you have to follow the same thing monotonously every day. For रोज का रोटी बोलते ना, that is for given. You cannot change that. If you change that, things will fall apart. Keeping that same, you can do innovation.
Right.
But in the name of innovation, if you don't do the basics, अगर फ्लोर गंदा लिखेगा या you got leakage issues or smell issues, you will never be appreciated even if you have done a build, a carbon footprint is achieved, but your facility is gone for a toss. It will never go well. So you have to do it. And there is nothing that, you may not be working, but there's nothing holiday for you in this profession.
Yeah, exactly.
24/7 you have to be. So if you don't like it, this is not the profession. Okay, he will not come and ask you Saturday, Sunday do something.
Because when Sunday or Saturday is nobody there, then only you will be able to do your job.
Do a lot of things, and you should like it. See, Unlikely, if you start doing the job, it will lead to a lot of frustration.
Correct.
Okay, you should do it, and your family should be accustomed to that kind of a style. Whenever there is an incident, and your physical presence demands a lot.
Exactly.
Now, most of the problems get solved when you go in front of the employer, a customer, or your stakeholder.
Absolutely.
So that's how I've gotten into this, but I have never ever been a formally took a training or thought. Till now, I don't have any professional qualification of any real estate or facilities or projects or architecture, etc. Nothing of this kind. It's all observed as we move the journey. Ask logical questions. I'm sure you will get answers.
So I hope you also, believes in the experience matters a lot than the knowledge alone.
It's only the experience,
not the knowledge.
No, you do a certification, for example.
Yeah.
I've compared this many times. It's not no disrespect to the the qualification or whatever you do degrees is also required, but that alone will not take you anywhere. Let's say, for example, I am a BTech civil engineering. So what will I do? In civil engineering, will not tell me how to dig the plinth wall. It doesn't tell me. It doesn't tell me how to identify a construction is done properly or not. No, it doesn't tell me. It is, if I have tested 100 walls, that tells me the 101 wall is correct or not. So your experience is the base. You cannot, otherwise a 1 year civil engineer should be an MD of a construction company. It doesn't happen. Even today it doesn't happen. You have information in the Google, you are everywhere, but it doesn't happen.
पहले भी ऐसे ही होता था ना, जितने लोगों ने अभी बिजनेस खड़ा किया है, उन्होंने कोई फॉर्मल एजुकेशन थोड़ी ली है, एक बिजनेस कैसे चलेगा, they just वो करते रहे एक्सपीरियंस आता रहा, उनको उन्होंने किया.
अब जिस लाइन आपने पकड़ा है, if you believe that is the correct one, continue with it, but keep learning. What has taught, which is what one of my earlier bosses told me, is that whenever there is a doubt, you should be shameless in asking the clarification. Whether it's your reportee or you are laughed about it, don't care. Okay, what do you want to ask, you ask. Sometimes there are sessions where people laugh at you, then that you are a head of the department, but itna bhi nahi pata. But there are only two choices you have. Either you gulp it and don't know about what the doubt is, and it will be remain for life that it will be doubtful, and you ask, get a clarification. That means from that day you know that material. The second session will not be laugh sessions. Otherwise, as you move on, that doubt will remain. The doubts only will increase. Correct. So how will you become an experienced person? And learning can be from anybody. Housekeeping executive will teach you. Yeah. Exactly. I have worked with one of the finest leaders in the industry, which is Captain Bandi Karna. He did tell me that in his experience, when he's a captain, so when he has to manage, the first thing that he asked the housekeeping guy, can you teach me how to wash it? He literally stood there and said, teach me, how can I? Because if I have to monitor it, I should know how you do it.
How you know, and what are you doing, what chemical you are
using. Just imagine somebody who's got 10-15 years of short service commission and has a good qualification, comes as a head of the organization, but ready to do. There's no shortcut.
Then only you will be able to command, you will be able to manage the people.
So these are the people who will teach you and mentor you. They stood by me because otherwise, by qualification, there are many people, for example. But you have the attitude, right attitude, and you have the energy to stand and get things done. And true to your job.
Correct.
It'll teach you and take you wherever you want to go to.
So sir, जब आप when you approach to somebody, जब आप जाते हैं किसी जॉब के लिए जाते हैं, क्या अप्रोच रहता है? मतलब अप्रोच मैं पूछ रहा हूँ कि जैसे कहीं से आपको आया कि भी ठीक है, there's a requirement and there's इंटरव्यू कॉल, मैनेजमेंट की क्या एक्सपेक्टेशंस रहती हैं और क्या से आप हाउ यू सेटिस्फाई? बिकॉज कोई सेट स्टैंडर्ड तो नहीं होता कि भाई अच्छा ठीक है, आपको भाई थोड़ी पूछेंगे कि आपको सफाई करनी आती है, डेफिनेटली उन्हीं चीज़ पूछेंगे. तो वो क्या, मान लो अगर कोई देख रहा है इस पॉडकास्ट को, जानना चाहे कि वो अगर प्रॉपर्टी में करना है, क्या ऐसी मैनेजमेंट की एक्सपेक्टेशन रहती है विच यू नीड टू कीप इन माइंड वाइल रिस्पॉन्डिंग और प्रिपेयरिंग योरसेल्फ, और जो भी आपको मैनेज करना है फंक्शन?
जनरल ट्रेंड इज दैट व्हेन दे आस्क यू क्वेश्चंस, फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट, to the best of, of course the interviewer will be able to tell better than me, but to the best of my knowledge, what they see is, has this person really managed things? You can study 200-page book about an incident, but do not manage the incident. But you manage the incident, don't need to read the paper or a book.
Correct.
When you explain, I'm sure you will be able to easily know whether this person has actually managed it or is just reading it out. Second, you should be honest of what you are not aware. For example, I encounter the people asking questions. Have you handled this? Have you handled this? I tell them two things. One, I've directly handled it. Second, I watched when things are happening. I know how to manage if things happen, but I have not managed it. Okay. If you give me an opportunity, yes, I will be able to manage. That's what is my feeling. Then you can decide whether I'm capable or not.
Right.
Third, whether you are honest enough or curious enough to learn things. That's what they look at it. And the biggest is the people management. Okay. Your attitude to the people is important. People manage doesn't mean that you have to be hunky-dory all the time. It doesn't mean that you have to only appreciate. Nothing of this kind. You have to hit the nail when it is hot. There's no second thought. When a person is doing not okay, you should be able to say with due respects to his work, not doing well, but it is not against the person. It is against the incident that he did it.
Right.
Against the slip up that happened.
Right.
Okay. This has been my approach, and I explain them that there's nothing that he's right, I'm wrong, or I'm right, he's wrong all the time. No. Sometimes I am wrong, sometimes he's right. I'm ready to accept it. But when I am sitting in a seat to make sure things happen, and also managing his credibility is in my hands. So if I explain this about a people management, I always tell them that my strength is people management. I am not an engineer by profession, but I can manage an engineer. I am not an engineer by profession, but I have been reporting to engineers.
Right.
Okay, my left is engineer, my right is an engineer. Okay, but doesn't mean that you cannot manage them. Managing means you have to provide a support, what they need. Okay, if they are good at it, don't intervene. Just stay as leave it to them, they will manage.
Right.
Wherever you are required, you do that. And if you are honest enough, they will be able. So what they look at it, one, do you have the real experience? Second, are you a person, even if you don't have an experience in an area, will you be able to manage?
Right.
Some of the examples, for example, a lot of senior people do not know about the property. But why does a property report to them? It is because they have that logical experience that they will be able to see in a snapshot.
Correct.
You are a subject matter expert for your area, but managing you, they know very well.
Right. Right.
Procurement may report to them, or IT may report to them. They may not know everything.
Matter, but they know how to manage the people.
An MD or a CEO doesn't know all this. How does he manage? He manages because he has the experience of managing people. Okay, so if you are able to give that confidence to saying that my area expertise out of 10, I am 7 experience or 8 areas of experience I can manage. Second, I've really done these 4 or 5 things. Third, I come up the ranks. I won't come up just like that.
Correct.
Okay, so these are the things I think they look at it, and hence I've been very fortunate to being recruited always one notch above.
Okay.
If I'm doing facilities, I got entry into projects. When I was doing projects, I got into real estate and lease, for example, which is generally people spend and come there, but I've been fortunate to give those opportunities, and then I could do that.
Right.
Yeah.
तो सर एक और चीज़ बड़ी फैसिलिटीज़ को लेके थोड़ा सा मिथ है, या बिकॉज डेफिनेटली आई डोंट सी एनी डिफरेंस इन डूइंग अ जॉब. जब तक आपके एज लॉन्ग एज यू हैव अ जॉब दैट्स अ गुड, चाहे वो कैसी भी प्रकार की जॉब है, वेदर यू है सैनिटर और कुछ भी है. बट बहुत से लोगों में ना ऐसा हीन भावना होती है फैसिलिटीज़ को लेके. दे डू नॉट टेक दैम इनटू अ मेन स्ट्रीम और काइंड ऑफ थिंग कि ठीक है फैसिलिटी काम है, लेट देम डू. बट एज फार एज आई नो दैट फैसिलिटी इज द बैकबोन ऑफ एनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ठीक है, अगर आपकी फैसिलिटीज इज नॉट अप टू द मार्क, फैसिलिटीज व्हेन आई से नॉट द टीम, बेसिकली योर ऑफिस, योर थिंग्स इन द ऑफिस आर नॉट अप टू द मार्क, यू विल नॉट एबल टू ऑपरेट फ्रॉम देयर. So how do you have you faced any these kind of challenges in your 30 years of career? If yes, how do you manage to change the perspective of the management in this thing?
See, one thing is you don't have to oversell your concept of I'm the backbone. Second, we are noticed when things don't do well. Okay, because रोज का सफाई ठीक है, like you get out of the house. Okay, the day your wife doesn't put a rangoli, you will realize that. She puts everyday rangoli, you will not ask, will you appreciate, oh good rangoli today, 365 days here. But जिस दिन रंगोली नहीं लगेगा, that's it, what happened today? Why this not done? Okay, so you are generally noticed when things are not done, vis-a-vis when things are done.
Correct.
So you have to accept formally that it is. And you are not somebody like projects, for example, I built a 6 lakh square feet of area, 7 lakh square feet of area, big bang it comes. No, it gets appreciated. All over the world recognizes. But if you keep cleaning every day 6 lakh square feet, nobody notices.
Correct.
Because that's a basic that is expected out of you. So you have to mentally accept that. You should not get bogged down or disappointed saying that why nobody is doing it. But I think because of the industry growth that's happening in India as well, a lot of it's getting recognized now. Okay. So your job is to do continuously what you are. And now the leaders are recognizing that a lot of effort goes in making one visit. When a senior visit has to happen, right from painting to cleaning to putting rangoli to jyoti to whatever you need to do, is all needs to be done. I still remember when I was more into logistics and about to get into facilities. Generally, if you are managing a transportation or a logistics, etc., you will generally be immediately not put into facilities. It takes a lot of transition. So I used to work with a gentleman by name Paresh Sheth, Gujarati. So he came as a manager, and he said, somebody said, you have to be ready for a change. Change is something which is consistent, some bhashan has been given by a leader. So he came back immediately that I will implement the change. Everybody looked at what change it is. He said, I will make RK as my deputy. I also didn't know. I said, I was sitting next to him. I know I'm second in command, but I have not formally take over. But he said, then after the meeting, I said, how did you do it? He said, see, it's all about you accepting it. I've accepted you as a person that you can take in my absence. Now it's immediately they may not like it. That's how I got entry into. I've thanked him many times. He's the person who gave an entry into saying that, okay, in my absence you will lead. What does it mean? Correct. And then I realized, all of a sudden I realized, oh my God, when he's not there, then I used to do, all that I know that you have to go for rounds. Those days. Facilities means you have to keep on going rounds. So I kept on going rounds and doing. And one day I realized, yes, I can also pick up things and write down. But what you need to do, especially for your team members, is that you have to keep on constantly motivating them. In the sense, appreciate. Whether somebody appreciates or not, you keep appreciating. That's the first thing you need to do. At your level, take them for a little break or a coffee, whatever, is it? And release the stress. And I keep telling them, you don't need to do extra stress to them because they are already under stress. So many stakeholders. Every employee in the building is a stakeholder for them. So if you have 10,000 employees, 10,000 stakeholders are there. So you don't give any extra GAN to them. They were already enough under that. If you can relieve, and when they reach a dead end, if you can provide a support, great. Importantly, when you go to your stakeholder, sell this concept. This boy has done this. On this day, they don't know the challenge, right? Correct, for example, next day CEO is coming and my water body is not working. Next day it will work. Correct. When CEO is coming, it's already working. But what has gone through, I've replaced the pump, I asked this guy to come, I bought an extra pipe, I put a red tape. This nobody knows because nobody will be listening to. So your job remains that after this visit is over, when you sit with a stakeholder, you have to tell him, even if it's a funny way, sir, do you know you have 5 minutes time? Do you know what all we did? What all drama happened behind this? So then your stakeholder will realize, oh, Monday was the visit. These guys have been working last Friday night onwards. Okay, they were in the facility that day also before main would come. So if you sell this concept, 9 out of 10, the stakeholder will realize the value. And I've been fortunate that my stakeholders have all been like that.
So have you been seen any this situation where facilities was not given a due recognition and you are able to provide some inputs or able to change the perspective of the management? Yeah.
So initially, whenever a new person takes over, I'm not blaming anybody, but generally they don't have a idea about how it happens.
Because who doesn't handle
it? No, because as you come, it's clean. They will not come and say, thank you so much keeping it clean. Even I will not say, okay. But it takes that kind of a time to explain what happened in the background.
Right.
Yeah. Initially, you will not get it. But as you keep talking regularly, very important is physical presence and connecting with your stakeholders.
Right.
And telling what happened. You don't have to go with the PPT and they will get bored.
Yeah.
Don't do that. But in a small snippets, you say, okay, take an incident and explain, on this day, this all happened, we were under tension, but it got resolved. Then they will start realizing, okay, this guy is handling many of such instances. Okay, and some of that you can showcase with videos, the technology, photos, etc. What has happened, what would have resulted in. then they will be able to come to. Many instances we have seen situations where you make all the arrangements, strategy session went well, but the guy who organized a projector or a windscreen, etc., will be somewhere in the corner. His name also will not be known.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So your effort to go and whoever is doing vote of thanks, telling that boss, include these 4 names.
Exactly.
Then it starts realizing and be physically present and try to connect the stakeholder. Showcase your people physically, saying that, okay, this person is there yesterday, he had come, he is working here, he is technically advanced, this guy is very good. So if you keep telling them, it becomes, because they don't have any separate project to showcase. No, in case of a technology, they will say this guy has developed an automation tool. Then you will get claps. What will I showcase? My regular F&B guy or a facilities guy or a transport guy. Every day 500 vehicles are running. They are running well. If 20 vehicles come shortage, everybody will be awake.
My route is not scheduled.
So it becomes your job to explain. But with my experience, I think 99% of the time you are successful. Yeah. Nobody will say, no, this is not no big deal in this. They do appreciate. Gone are those days, it used to be very not so well recognized, but now
people start recognizing
and they need important people to come, and they also need people bridge the between guys who cannot speak at all to a stakeholder who can understand that language. So that's where the property managers, facility managers comes into play.
Let's say somebody is approaching you you have a position. What qualities do you see in a person to hire? Let's say if I am approaching, what you will see in me, what you will observe in me, or interview me for a facility manager position. Let's say I am coming to you. आप क्या उसमें देखोगे मेरे में, या क्या मेरे से आप expect करोगे?
One is the attitude of the person. Okay, how well grounded he is, how well mannered the person is important. Second, is he able to handle a difficult question? Even if it's not handled in real situation, if I throw a question to you, are you able to immediately pick up and give some ready-made answers? If not. Third, has he been on ground a person who has implemented things, also manage certain things on his own? If he has a blend of this, and of course communication skills also required. It's very, very important nowadays that how well you communicate is also important. And third, we also need to see whether this guy gets stuck in the daily drum. Now those are people will not survive, in the sense you are doing every day and you're busy. For example, something has gone wrong. You stand there for 8 hours. You cannot work as a manager like that. You go see, tell your people what you want. Okay, I'll come back to you in 6 hours later. Then you shift yourself. So the one who can shift between the ground level people to the stakeholders, how easily he maneuver is going to be important. Yeah. So like for example, when I was growing up, when I was just a manager, we used to have people those days. I mean, 30 years back, you'll have to really throw your voice for you to be recognized as manager. That's going to be was very, very important. That's why people with army background used to come in administration and facilities. So I used to practice that. A set of employees are waiting is come to me. I used to shout at somebody and immediately turn over and say, "Yes, ma'am. Good morning. How are you? How can I help you?" I tried this. That how well you can switch over, because you cannot be in the same situation forever. Okay, in this way also you cannot be. You cannot keep just speaking but do not know. So somebody who can maneuver between ground to the stakeholders is a very important quality for you to manage it. And second, you should be, you have many employees on the floor, so you don't have any favorite. They will not behave the way you want them to behave.
Correct.
They will behave their own way. And you should have the patience to absorb. You cannot react. You don't have a job. Your job doesn't go well if you react on the floor. Whether you are right or wrong is a different story. You can come back and write a mail, but you cannot react. So you should have a patience, experience, and also maneuver between the ground and the stakeholders. And of course, decent communication, not extraordinary, but decent communication skills if a person has got. I have been recruiting people with facilities background, without facilities background, but they've been successful. Yeah. As long as they have the right attitude to stand there and get things done, I think most of the times we are good in our recruitment strategy. Yeah.
So, sir, one more question of my interest also. I've been working in the industry for, let's say, I think 15 plus years now, and it has been often seen sometimes where the security reports into the facility, that is separating, but there's a slight tussle between security and facilities thing. How do you see these things, and what efforts to be made by both the teams to overcome of these tussles? Because definitely, let's say the heads of the department maybe have same thinking, same understanding, but things at the ground changes because his expectation is different. Because let's say, for example, this facilities person has a workload, he cannot do certain things in a certain way or a time frame, but there is a risk which is been observed by the person who is in some different department. Then how do you see this gap? Are these really a showstopper or a troublemaker kind of thing? And how to resolve these small things?
It's actually a good gap, to be frank, because that's the reason why most of the organization keep it as separate, so that the conflict of interest, because then it should not be covered by.
Right.
Risk is not masked. Risk should be resolved. So carpet के नीचे चली जाएगा कि आप जो कर रहे हैं हम ताली मार रहे हैं, हम जो कर रहे हैं आप ताली मार रहे हैं. It can go on and explode one day.
Correct.
So it's a good thought, as long as it does not result into a personal conflict.
Right.
Okay. So the best is to see what is the actual thing on ground. Okay, whoever is correct, okay, you should take that as the stand. You should not take the personal stand. For example, solve the problem, what is required. If at all possible, if you are able to bring both of them together and they understand, that will be great. That's the best thing to achieve. If not, at least resolve the problem for the risk that you identified. Whether risk is by facilities or risk is identified by security, it does not matter. As long as it's a risk to the organization.
It's a risk to the organization. Not to
so
the
you should appreciate the person who brought it to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes it may be an eyesore for us, saying that why is he bringing it? Because somebody would not find it for the last 5-10 years. Immediately somebody brought it up.
Correct.
So it may be point finger at somebody. Okay, but if you say yes, if it's a flaw, accept the flaw and say yeah, we will rectify it. As long as you do that, I don't see, especially a person whom it is coming to, department heads has to look at that way and solve it. But more than important is solve the conflict between the people. Okay, they don't need to be friendly and accept it. They need to be friendly to sit and sort out things. Okay, he is correct if he is bringing up, so you provide your solution. When other person brings it up, you provide the solution. If you are not able to provide, do not put it under carpet, bring it up to your heads. They will sit and sort it out. Because help that you are doing to the organization is you are bringing up something which is a risk, which the organization is getting benefited hugely.
Correct.
Okay, at a personal level, conflict should not undermine that. So I've been fairly fortunate to have the few members, including the members that are not part of my team, that I've always been approaching. You walk up to the person and say, hey, you brought it up something. Yes, it's a mistake from our teams. So this is 1 or 2, 3 ways to do it, and you don't have the budget, I budget it. If you have the budget, you do it. You can do it, it's okay. If you cannot do it, I do it. It has to be done. Once you establish this has to be done, the person who raised the query is eased off. Said, boss, I raised it
and it's getting resolved.
कोई सज्जन ने बोला कि ये कर सकता है, ये accepted है. Then my person is also relieved because then he says my head has accepted what is my problem. So once you own it, both the sides is justice done. Then it's all about how can you do, when can you do, how long will it take.
Right.
Yeah. So but it should never be that I am not a big fan of saying that because you are personally known to each other, officially you accept it. Maybe you fine tune the way you tell so that the person does not get offended. That much you can teach the person who is doing it. Yeah.
Very well thought of this discussion, because many times this tussles remains with all the organizations. But thanks for giving your genuine thought. So, sir, now something about your personal life. We've been telling you, we'll be calling you for certain events on weekdays, Sundays. Why you're not coming? Tell us the genuine reason now.
See, I'm a firm believer, and this has been working, is that Monday to Friday, I am for the office. No negotiation at home.
Okay.
I don't think my family ever told me, okay, I don't know how she manages. It's a puzzle to me, how she manages all by herself. I've never entered anything, including kids' education is all managed. I'm just, if they have to take it to an exam or a school, I'm a driver basically. If I have to pay the fee, I pay the fee. Only these two things I do. Rest, whatever studies, going through the questions, exam preparation, it's a Hercules task. If you ask me that job, I can never do it. And kudos to her. She single-handedly manages, and she knows that my job needs a physical presence. So not a time the Monday to Friday. I've never been pulled this side. That come, you are required. Unless it's an exam, etc., parent-teacher meet, I apply. There are days where I finished my job and came back. So everybody will surprise. Why did you come? I said, I apply leave because I have work. Once that work is done, I don't need the leave anymore. That's how I've been groomed and my family has been managing me. And when you flip the other side, that their time, it could be, they don't tell me in these many words, but what I understand is that they generally, as a family, we are not, I don't think I have gone for any solo trips other than some of our great friends have mimicked and got me out of these things. Okay. So otherwise, Dudhsagars. Okay. Strategy meet. and some of my post-graduation classmates, okay, which they have been doing it for the last 25 years. Okay. So in some bahana, recent one I missed it, but some bahana they'll somehow irritate me or get me. I also want to go. I mean, who doesn't want to go for these solo trips, etc. But after a limit, I stopped trying. I know my luck doesn't work here.
Not yours. Nobody's luck doesn't work there.
So the moment I see the weather, how is it happening? I slowly release the information in pockets. Okay, there is a strategy session. By evening, I may be required to go. Like this, I keep releasing. But when I say a strong no from there, I communicate back, boss, I'm not coming. Then handling fire at office or with my friends becomes very, very tough. So I remember some of the incidents when I was in Pune. I used to work with my manager and mentor by name Srinivas Teneti. So I learned this trick of the trade from him.
What is the trick?
In the office, I was working with him in IBM. In the office, he is an extremely professional person. Personally, myself, very, very sorted out, busy with work, etc. You will not believe he takes you out for a tea. Just next Kote mein take tea. Outside the campus. Okay. You see completely different person. He just stepped out of the gate. Okay. And the hard mentoring that he'll tell you is, there are some times he said, I did a mistake of batting for you. मतलब इतना उतार देगा आपको.
अच्छा, ऑफिस के बाहर.
After you go there, you will realize he is the same person that I have seen. So the maneuvering between one situation to another, I have learnt it. Whenever I used to say, sir, एक चाय बज्जी में हमारा कपड़ा उतारते थे आप. Okay, he's from a very, very, very seasoned gentleman. So, like as I said, and the second thing which I learned, I was taking about Bandit sir also, is that once he stepped out of the office, chilled out person. Okay, he is like a friend to you. Okay, so these things will teach you over a period of time that how to move from official to personal and personal to official. Okay, some trips I am able to manage, but not many. Why, I do not know, but somehow they are not comfortable me going alone. So we three of us go, whatever the trip it is, we go and come back. Then after that, whenever I see somebody has gone to Kailash, somebody has gone to Kedarnath, I only can see the photograph. Sometimes I show, they have gone to Kedarnath, they will say, good, they have gone. I wait for the comment saying that, okay, you also have to go. In case if you are interested to go, that question will not come. And I've never gone without information or forcing. I never demand. They don't demand from me the official part, so I also don't demand. So I negotiate.
There is a saying, the buck stops here.
Yeah.
So this buck stops there.
Stops there. The final word stays there. आप जज के सामने बोल सकते हो, एक केस में इतना डेटा है मेरे पास, इतना है, उसके बाद वो
अल्टीमेट उसका जस्टिस है, क्या करेगा वो?
Beyond that, no, nothing you will be able to do.
तो वो क्या स्टोरी थी सर? आप चाय के लिए, कॉफी के लिए निकले और फिर कहीं और निकल गए?
बहुत 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 स्टोरीज रहता है। जैसा कभी दोस्त लोग आते हैं,
वो फ्रेंड थे ना आपके, वो बोला चलो कॉफी पीने चलेंगे, चलते चलते बोला होगा दौड़ बेला पुट आ गए।
So I have friends, okay, which is my ex-client friends. Okay, there are many of them like Biju, Sudhir, Anil, then Suresh Putan Vittal. There are many of them. Okay, sorry if I'm not taking all the names, but they're all are my close and thick friends. So once a bunch of people came and said that, "Chalo, we'll go to Kyarpuram and come." And I said, Kyarpuram only. I said, I'll just come. Yeah, go and come back. After I got in the vehicle, I realized that I've crossed Hebbal, I've crossed airport, and then I'm going somewhere else. So दोडबुलापुर में लैंड लेने लेके गए मेरे को। मैंने भाई मेरा मर्डर कर देगा तुम्हें। बोला तुम बोलते तो आए तो नहीं है, तुम बोलते आता नहीं है, इसलिए बिना बोल के लेके आए। ये भी डेंजरस है।
ये ज़्यादा डेंजरस है।
तुम्हारा पर्सनल अचीव कर लिया, मेरा प्रॉब्लम क्यों है? कभी वापस जाके व्हाट विल आई फेस विद इट? ओके, बट आई डोंट नो, आई विल गो देयर एंड सिट साइलेंट फॉर सम टाइम एंड देन ऐसा कुछ समथिंग गॉड इज काइंड इनफ टू गिव मी सम ऑप्शन कि चलो ये कर लेंगे वो कर लेंगे, देन बट इट इज नॉट दैट हार्ड that it will relate to something into the fight, but it is but they generally don't want you to wander around too much because they know
fight वाली एज निकल गई अभी मतलब।
अब फाइट करने से भी कोई फायदा नहीं, because I have never win the battle, so ये गजनी मोहम्मद जैसा स्टोरी है, जैसा अलेक्जेंडर बोलते हैं ना, कोई कितना बार पड़ा लास्ट में जीता है। अब हम जीतते नहीं होते पता नहीं, अभी तक तो जिया नहीं, तो देन यू सेटल डाउन टू द फैक्ट्स, बस नेगोशिएट ही कर सकते हैं। या आई थिंक दे आई मे बी रॉन्ग और राइट, बट आई थिंक दे हैव अ फीलिंग दैट ये सज्जन जाके 5 दिन अपना काम में बिजी रहता है, उसको 2 दिन फुर्सत में घर पे बैठने दो। ओके, सो देन विद इन दैट ओनली आई विल मैनेज. So if they get times, I'll talk to 4 or 5 people, see some YouTube videos and any calls, comes, messages. Okay, and our way of living is only funny life, so I don't take anything seriously. Agar let's say I have not gone into the trip, it doesn't hurt me. I don't know why it is. Okay. It doesn't hurt me anything. If I have not eaten what I am supposed to eat, I never been so sad that okay I couldn't go to Kedarnath. ठीक है यार, केदारनाथ नहीं गया, वो शिव को पता है, वो आ जाएगा एक दिन हमको देख। बोले ये बंदा आता तो ये क्या करेगा, उसका रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है ना। सी इफ ही ब्लेस्ड मी दैट यू हैव टू सी मी, ओनली 2 ऑप्शंस, either he'll bring me there or he comes on his own because that is his wish, no, that I have to see him. तो हम ऐसा बन के मजे में यूट्यूब वीडियो देखते, शिव जी को नमस्कार डालते, भाई 4 लोग आप भेज रहे हैं, हम आपको, मैं नहीं आ पा रहा हूँ, लास्ट मिनट ड्रॉप है। ऐसा बहुत ड्रॉप हो गया, ऐसा बहुत कुछ ड्रॉप हो गया कि फैमिली को पता ही नहीं, मतलब हमने मूड देख के कैंसिल कर दिया। बोला हम डेस्टिनेशन भी बोला नहीं, उसको पता चला कोई स्ट्रेटेजी सेशन ही नहीं है, कितना स्ट्रेटेजी बनाएगा, ये तो इधर स्ट्रेटेजी चल रही है कि अप्रूवल लेने की। And you will not believe to this extent that when I start talking, it's very funny. I think God has been kind. It happens with all the couples, I guess, is that if I'm talking to somebody, she will know who I'm talking to.
अच्छा,
automatically she tells me, no, I know you are talking to this person. अब क्या बचा क्या है? If somebody is talking to phone, if you are able to guess, what is that I can hide? कुछ भी hide नहीं कर सकते. So everything is open. So it's just what is left out with me is only negotiation. अभी छोटी माँ भी start हो गई है. बड़ी वाइफ को तो कैसे ही संभाल सकते, एटलीस्ट यू कैन से समथिंग टू किड को कुछ नहीं बोल सकते, नो डाटर्स आर डाटर्स, अभी बोलेगा नो यू आर नॉट गोइंग, द जजमेंट एंड्स देयर, देन इट वेरी डिफिकल्ट. सो आई ट्राई एंड नॉट टू गो देयर, आई समहाउ मैनेज, आई फाइंड it is better to manage with her than the little one. Now both together is very difficult, so I have decided that you decide. There is nothing, no decisions are pending with me actually. Only office decisions I take it.
Home
decisions are actually well placed. I have seen many times that I take a long time to take home decisions.
But they take it
I delay.
Just like this.
I delay. जैसा कुछ खरीदना है, I go 4-5 shops, see what the best technology available, best product. इसमें 1-2 हफ्ता निकल जाता है. वो लोग ऐसा नहीं है,
प्रॉपर्टी वाला दिमाग आ जाता है ना,
दिमाग आ जाता है, लेट मी डू द बेस्ट
Value for money.
चक्कर में, हाँ वैल्यू फॉर मनी, लेट मी डू द बेस्ट, उसके चक्कर में इट विल गो ऑन एंड ऑन. ओके, सो समटाइम्स आई रियलाइज, ओके बॉस, आई एम एनीवेज, I just have to pay. I don't have to think too much into that. They are anyways expert. So certain things I realized over a period of time. Leave it to them. They're the best people to take decisions. They anyways take decisions in front of in view of your family. So कुछ ऐसा I've never faced a situation where they took a decision which is hurting or which is leading to some issues. Never been. I mean, we don't question their decisions anyway. So
sir, how long been you married now?
2005, yeah, about 20 years.
20 years. तो 20 years का crux क्या है? If somebody wanted to live a happy married life, what is the crux in terms of you? कि भाई आपका wife बोले कि जाना है तो you should be ready at the gate at this particular बाद वो 1 घंटा लगा, 2 घंटा लगा, 4 घंटा लगा, क्या है? What is your this thing?
But you cannot club happy and marriage together.
Why?
You say married life.
Whether it's a happy or happy,
that is how you make it is in your hands. Okay. These all connotations that we added. Okay. It's two people together. You have to make sure it may be glorified saying that I have to respect your view or respect your view. All that is glorified talks. Second thing is when two people together, when you come together, कि कुछ certain things you have to shut your mouth. You will win the game. Certain things they will understand that it's better. We will not get into. Okay, so if you don't do anything extra of your own thinking, I think marriage life will be successful.
जितना बोला है
उतना करो, but ज़्यादा अपना दिमाग मत चलाओ. उधर घर पे दिमाग, to be frank, घर पे दिमाग मत चलाओ. आपका दिमाग किधर चलाना उधर चलाओ, इधर ज़्यादा शाना मत बनो. नॉर्मल लाइफ जियो. बस है ये. I think Indian system is that once you are married, I think you have somebody to take care of you.
Correct.
It's a full-time job. And somebody takes care of you so well, as I said, right? उसको मालूम है मैं किससे मिला, उसको मालूम है मैं किससे बात किया, इतना पढ़ सकते हैं, which no psychologist can do. Just in the name of marriage, if somebody can do it, you are lucky, right?
Correct.
Okay. I know little freedom is gone here and there, but क्या वो उखाड़ लेगा freedom दिया तो भी.
सही बात.
Imagine yourself. I mean, initially it may be exciting. Your wife is going hometown. You have a freedom.
Yeah.
But in reality, that is not the freedom because सब idiot लोग जो बोलते थे आपसे मिलते हैं, वाइफ जाने पर तो कोई नहीं मिलेगा. नहीं, अपना बिजी में लाइफ में बिजी रहता है.
Correct.
So you realize it later. What you get when you are with her or with the family, that few hours is actually freedom. It is not freedom when they go for 1 month.
That's actually your life you are living.
You will go mad if they go too long also. So when you take break from there only is little freedom you are talking about. Don't try for full freedom. Don't try independence and all that. It's not worth doing it. And there's no complication in life यार. There's no complication at all.
तो मतलब जितना बोल दिया उतना करो. अगर आपको बोला है कि आप कभी 11 बजे हमें चलना है तो 11 बजे आप रेडी हो जाने चाहिए. चाहे वो 12 बजे निकले चाहे 1 बजे निकले.
कुछ नहीं है. अब ज्यादा आर्गुमेंट मत कराओ. तुम्हारा इंग्लिश कम्युनिकेशन इज नॉट गोइंग टू वर्क एनीवेयर.
कम्युनिकेशन
और बी रेडी. इफ यू आर 2 minutes late, it's 1 hour late.
अच्छा.
Okay, if they are 2 minutes late, it's actually 2 minutes late. Be ready for that. I mean, understand it. No, think that let's say your boss is late. What will you do?
We can't do.
कुछ will you question him? Why are you late? नहीं ना. It's okay, sir. मैं ready हूँ. आप अभी भी आ सकता है. Think the same. How also? It's okay. You are late. So जब भी हम आपको बोलेंगे रेडी हो जाओ, मैं पहले रोके रेडी हो जाता हूँ.
पहले अपने शूज डाल के जाके गेट के पास खड़े हो जाना.
अगर शू डालना बंद लेट हो गया तो फिर वो लेट हो जाएगा.
तो सब
बहुत जल्दी रेडी हो गए तो वही क्यों रेडी हो जाएगा. दिस आर नॉर्मल लाइफ. हर किसके जिंदगी में होता है. इट्स नॉट न्यू टू एनीबडी.
करेक्ट.
गेट यूज्ड टू इट. वंस यू गेट यूज्ड टू इट इज वंडरफुल लाइफ. ओके, बट डोंट टेक लाइफ सीरियसली. इतना सीरियस लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. क्या है? What if she doesn't cook one day? What a big deal. What if we don't eat puri one day? What a big deal.
कोई डील नहीं.
कुछ नहीं होता है. You are unnecessarily stressing out. मैंने उसको ये बोला वो नहीं किया. ठीक है, नहीं किया तो नहीं किया.
तुम कौन सा पार्ट टूट गया? तुम कर लो यार.
तुम्हारा जैसे आदमी को एक्सेप्ट तो किया.
सही बात है.
इतना बड़ा एनिमल को मैनेज कर रहा है. And we do not know what and all tantrums we are throwing unknowingly.
Yeah. We don't know.
We definitely don't know. And they will not tell also. Okay, so I remember one of the discussions we used to have one of my brother's daughter saying that when we are talking about marriage proposals and all that. I need somebody who tells everything to me honestly. So one of my brother-in-law was sitting, please don't try all this. हमारा honesty हमारा पास है. Don't break our marriages. Okay.
Correct.
So certain things you tell because it's required. Certain things is overdose to them. It's not required. You have to tell them what they need it. आप अपना unnecessary जाके उसके ऊपर pour करेगा, they cannot handle that. So then they will stress it out.
अच्छा सर, एक और लास्ट में दो, I have two more questions. One is regarding your good friends who just take you to the seventh sky when they introducing to you somebody. Then suddenly they ask you something. Then you realize, really, you were talking about me. What's that?
See, there are my classmates first of all.
Okay.
A bunch of them, 10, 12 of them, who are, I say, formally to say fortunate enough, all of them equally idiotic. Okay, equally idiotic. कोई फ्रेंडशिप का नाम नहीं है. They claim to be a tall friends, etc. अगर हमको छुड़वाना भी चाहते हैं, they don't go away. Okay, these are the friends I am blessed with. ये मतलब irritate करते हैं. That's one part of it. Same set of people I have it in office also. So when they introduce saying that some big people come in front of them. They say this is RK is our property head. He's the one who built this building. He manages end to end. He's the India head. All that. Explain karte. Then I'll pepped up and said, Kristiko, I am also important in the organization. Sure. Then immediately turn back, RK, can you please check coffee, tea for them? As you are coming down, can you check little bit of AC? And we need to go up. So is there a way that you can manage a lift?
I'm not lift marshal.
So in 3 words, they bring you down from a property head to a jadu pocha wala.
To a lift operator.
Yeah. Then I say, boss, thank you so much. Then I say, can I go now? I thought you called me into the meeting as if I am so important. In just 3 words, you brought me ground to the zero. Okay, so one is fortunate that you have people of that kind who will tell you the actual reality of work that you do,
right,
instead of glorifying it. Second, I take it as jovial because that's anyways is my work. Whether they tell in front of a Deloitte or a KPMG or a E&Y, or it doesn't matter. Anybody is okay. So then I jokingly say, yeah, I know I'm a maintenance person. I'll arrange all that. Then I call my pantry boy or give the remote to him saying that you can run an AC. And then they bring me down. And this is not happening now. It's been happening from the day I joined. And the same person has been doing it.
And the person will see the podcast, he will get to know.
And then I realized after a few meetings, they including me in the meeting, not because I'm important in the meeting. Because you want me to take care of AC, coffee, tea and all this.
So that's great, sir. I think towards the concluding this session, I just wanted to ask you that lots of people talking about the AIs and technologies coming in. What new technologies you foresee that will be implemented? Though there are a lot of technology in the facilities also, but what do you see in coming years will be the most adopted technologies, which may, definitely it is given fact that the facilities cannot be managed without men. There can be here and there some technology, some robotic, some AI, you can do it, but not end to end. But what is your thought, being a property head, which you see and which other people must adopt of these technologies? See,
a lot of technologies already come in. For example, you see, gone are those days where we used to go and switch off the lights everywhere when the visit is over, etc. Now we have sensors, which if a person is not there, it automatically goes, so it leads to savings. And there used to be very hard those days everywhere, whenever you to go to and take readings, etc. Now you have sensors, etc., which automatically runs. What you can still do is that you can do a lot of energy savings, okay, through the adopting a technology, which means if there is a bright light, the lights can adjust internally. Okay, if there is a temperature outside is there, it reduces, the flow reduces here. It is not exactly that you think it happens, but to a 50, 60, 70% it manages. Rest you still need a human intervention. Some of the duct cleaning, etc. It's been a technology for a long time of a robotic cleaning that we do because the man cannot enter inside. There are machines which has come for cleaning, okay, which you can do mechanized, okay, to an extent where if it's a hard floor, you can still do it, program and leave it automatically manages. So a lot of technology has come, and technology is still coming. Okay, all the balance that you need to see is that the money that you are spending in the name of technology, is it offsetting that you are spent to the return in investment? No. If you spend 1 CR but you are not able to get that back in, let's say, in
5 years or
5
10,
years,
yeah.
Doesn't make sense. Just don't adapt the technology because there's a technology. Adapt the technology if it can better the performance. Also can be, you don't need to monitor much. If you are able to do this, then it's definitely a great way. It's a handshake. But what we have seen when we were designing the projects, etc., that we don't take overboard. Don't take it more than what you can take it.
Right.
Okay. So you have to strike a balance. There will be a lot of technology available in the market, but all technologies are not required for you.
Right.
Okay. It differs from organization to organization.
You need to customize your requirement
and look at the investments. Is it worth the investment? If it is yes, then take that call and move forward. Definitely, you have to bring in technology, no doubts about it. There is no second thought that you cannot bring in technology. It may not replace entirely the human intelligence. You still need a human intervention, but dependency on human intervention will reduce to a greater extent. For example, we do routing in, let's say, transport automation we don't gone are those days we used to do Excel sheet, cut paste. We don't do it. Click of a button, 90% routing will comes to you. Rest you have to manage. Earlier a person used to call and say I picked up. Now you put an OTP, you know the longitude and latitude where the pickup happened. You have a panic bar alarm. Everything is a technology. You can do it on your own. And it increases the safety of a person as well. Okay, but don't use the technology just because you have to use it. Use it in a way it balances the human approach. Also you have a long way to go, and if it gives you safety for the employees and safety for your organization, then you must go for it. Yeah.
So I think very good talk, sir. Very good session. We enjoyed a lot. We laughed a lot, and we got good knowledge from your experiences. I hope the people who is watching this podcast will definitely get benefit out of it and enjoy.
Thank you, Ravi. Thank you for your time. I also need some people I missed in thanking, because I've been a lot of people who shaped me up, is Sukumar sir and Srinivas Rao sir, and also Arvind sir, who's actually got me back into the regional head position when I was way back in Mumbai, and many more, my friends and my family and especially my brothers and sisters who stood by me when I was coming up early stages of my life. They all stayed back in the village and I came to city. कुछ उखाड़ने के लिए तो आया, but they could see that this boy can do something, and they stayed and they've supported me from my childhood days. It's a big contribution. Of course, my parents,
people trust you. That is the least you can.
So they say, don't forget where you have come from. You don't have to necessarily go back to the roots, but remember the roots and see whatever you can.
Connect with your roots.
Don't remember and thank them, even if not outside, but in man mein, you have to thank them, so that is the gratitude that you cannot give it back. Impossible. What my brother did, what my brother sister did, what my mom did, what my dad did, you can never pay back. It's stupid even you would think about it.
Right.
Okay, but what we can do is be humble, stand in front of them and accept it, bow down to them, either verbally, virtually, whatever. एक आध दार एक ताना मारेंगे तो ऐसा करके चले जाना, because they have the right to do
it. Yes.
Yeah. So this is what the Indian culture is all about. So I've always been thanking my friends, especially gurus in the facilities industry that I named people. They are the people who stood, but they saw me that this boy can do. Otherwise, I didn't have any formal qualification to do.
Right.
But they thought this boy can do. Okay, something that they want.
They saw some spark in you, and that's why.
They saw the spark, or they saw mud in me. I do not know, but they saw that this fellow can fit in somewhere. And they stood by me, and I could do what I could do. So thanks for that, and thanks for a lot of my friends, especially those who are back in Mumbai, back in Bangalore. Lot of them work, hundreds of them worked with me. And I've been fortunate to live life. All my reportees, some of them have become thick friends. All my bosses have become thick friends. Okay, with the years, I think this transition will happen.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and
because of your nature also, the people, attached to you.
Yeah, because easy to release the stress is laugh about.
Yes,
Even if somebody, I've been telling, even if somebody laughs about me, I still don't feel bad because I am giving an opportunity for them to laugh.
Yeah.
If your stature, if your nature or your body type is making them laugh, I mean, you're lucky that without any effort, they're laughing at you. That's a big boon that you have.
Correct.
So take it as sportive and live life.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Jai
Really
Hind.
appreciate. Jai Hind.